Analyzing an Autobiography, Unit 12.1.1.2, Grade 12, Language and Literature. Welcome. I am Mark Anthony T, and today we are embarking on an intensive 20-minute deep dive into the art of analyzing an autobiography. In Grade 12 literature, we aim for a high level of critical engagement. We aren't just reading facts, we are investigating the how and the why behind the narrative. We want to understand the author's intent, their specific choices in language, the reliability of their memory, and the deeper themes that connect their unique personal journey to the broader human experience. Literary analysis is the key that unlocks these deeper truths, transforming us into active, critical thinkers. Think about the autobiography of a legendary athlete. If they simply state, "I became successful because I never gave up," an analytical reader doesn't just nod and move on. We probe deeper. We ask, what were the specific, perhaps undocumented obstacles they faced? What concrete evidence do they provide? And most importantly, what message is the author trying to communicate? Are they trying to inspire or perhaps to justify their own ruthlessness? These questions are the foundation of becoming an analytical reader who looks beneath the surface of the text to find the intended message and the subtext. By the end of this session, you will be equipped to define an autobiography with academic precision, explain the mechanics of literary analysis, and critically evaluate the purpose and reliability of any autobiographical text. We are moving from simple reading to deep investigation. We will also master the specific tools of identifying diction, tone, and writing style, allowing you to see the craftsmanship behind the story. Finally, we'll explore how anecdotes serve as evidence and how themes translate into universal life lessons that resonate across different cultures and histories. Let's begin with our central task: analysis. The word analyze comes from the Greek analysis, meaning a breaking up or untying. It refers to the idea of breaking something complex down into its constituent parts to understand how it functions as a whole. It's about looking at the architecture of the writing. Imagine a skilled mechanic faced with a malfunctioning vehicle. They don't just stare at the shiny exterior, they open the hood and methodically examine the engine, the transmission, the electrical system, and the brakes. They know that to understand the car's performance, they must understand its components. Literary analysis works exactly like that mechanical inspection. Instead of looking at pistons and spark plugs, we examine the author's choice of words, their emotional resonance, the characters they highlight, and the evidence they present. We are looking for the engine of the story, the underlying structure of the narrative. Consider this common statement: "My childhood was the happiest period of my life." As analytical readers, we don't take this at face value. We interrogate it. Why does the author feel this way? What specific memories or sensory details support this claim? We are looking for the truth behind the nostalgia. Is the author perhaps omitting the hardships of that time to create a particular image? Does their description feel genuine and grounded, or is it overly sentimental? This level of relentless questioning is the essence of literary analysis. We want to know why the author chose to present their past in this way. Step 1 is understanding the author's purpose. Why did they write their life story? It could be to preserve a family legacy for future generations, or to inspire others facing similar struggles. Understanding the why helps us evaluate the how. A legacy story will feel very different from an inspirational one. Some write for education, to teach a lesson, others for catharsis, to explain a difficult period and find forgiveness. Some provide a historical record of significant events. We must identify this purpose and then ask, did the writer actually achieve what they set out to do? Is the purpose clearly achieved? Let's do a quick check. What is the primary goal of literary analysis? If you chose B, to evaluate the author's writing techniques and the deeper meaning of their story, you are exactly right. Analysis is about evaluation and interpretation. Keep that investigative critical mindset as we move forward. Step 2 brings us to accuracy and reliability. While an autobiography is based on real-life events, we must acknowledge that human memory is fallible and highly subjective. We are all prone to forgetting exact dates, exaggerating our triumphs, or subconsciously downplaying our mistakes to avoid shame. Sometimes, an author might only present one side of a conflict to maintain a specific persona. As readers, we must step into the role of a fair but firm investigator who knows that memory is not always fact. We are looking for the historical truth versus the personal truth and the tension between them. Your investigator's toolkit should include questions like, is this narrative internally consistent? Do the facts align with historical records? Does the author provide enough supporting evidence for dramatic claims? If someone claims a massive achievement with no proof, you should be skeptical. Corroboration is key. Why is it so important to cross-reference with history? The answer is B. To verify the accuracy of the author's account. Personal truth is important, but analytical readers look for where personal memory meets verifiable history. This ensures we aren't being misled by a biased or simply incorrect narrative. Step 3 is the study of diction, the author's choice of words. Specific words are like colors on a palette. They set the scene, create the mood, and evoke emotions. Compare these. Sentence A, I walked home. Sentence B, I dragged my tired body through the muddy road under heavy rain. Sentence B is far more powerful because its diction is deliberate and evocative. Words like dragged and muddy create vivid imagery and evoke immediate empathy. Effective diction transports the reader into the author's experience. Look for the heavy lifting words that do the most work. Good diction creates emotion, imagery, and realism. When you are analyzing a passage, identify the words that stand out. Why did the author choose dragged instead of walked? What does that choice tell you about their physical or emotional state at that moment? That's the power of diction analysis. Step 4 is identifying tone, the author's attitude toward their subject or audience. It's the voice or spirit behind the literal words. A tone can be joyful, somber, sarcastic, optimistic, or even resentful. It tells us something fundamental about the author's character and worldview. Consider, although life was difficult, I thanked God every day. That is a tone of deep gratitude and resilient hope. Contrast that with, nobody believed in me. Here, the tone shifts to disappointment or bitterness. The tone is the emotional heartbeat of the writing, giving us insight into the author's internal state. Identifying tone requires you to look beyond the literal meaning and sense the emotion underneath. Pay close attention to the adjectives the author uses and the length of their sentences. Short, clipped sentences might signal anger, while long, flowing ones could indicate reflection or peace. It's all in the details. Quick check. In an autobiography, what does tone describe? The answer is A, the author's attitude toward the subject. Don't confuse it with physical qualities like book size or font choice. It's about the emotional resonance. Understanding tone is key to understanding the author's true perspective. Step 5 is evaluating the writing style. Every author has a unique fingerprint in their style. Common styles include narrative, which tells events in order, descriptive, which creates pictures, reflective, which explains lessons learned, persuasive, designed to convince, and emotional, which expresses deep feelings. Reflective writing is the heart and soul of most great autobiographies. It's where the author looks back from the present and evaluates how past experiences have shaped their current identity and worldview. When you see an author writing about looking back, you are seeing the reflective style in action. Reflective writing transforms a simple diary of events into a meaningful work of literature that offers wisdom and perspective to the reader. It is the process of meaning-making through memory. Identifying these styles helps you see the author's strategy and how they hope to influence you as a reader. Step 6 is analyzing anecdotes. Short personal stories used to illustrate a larger point or theme. For instance, when I was 10, I lost my first school prize because I arrived 5 minutes late. Why would an author include such a specific memory? Often, it's to demonstrate a profound life lesson. The prize story might demonstrate the importance of responsibility or the pain of missed opportunities. Anecdotes make abstract lessons concrete and relatable. They provide the evidence for the author's personal growth, making the narrative more engaging and helping the reader connect on a human level. Anecdotes are the building blocks of a believable autobiography. They build a bridge of empathy and trust between the writer and the reader, proving the author's humanity. Instead of just saying, "I learned X," the anecdote shows you the moment that lesson was learned. It's the proof of the life lived. Why include anecdotes? The answer is B. To provide personal experiences that support the author's purpose. They are much more than filler. They are essential tools for building credibility, emotional impact, and thematic depth. Anecdotes are the proof of the lessons learned. They make the story uniquely theirs. Step 7 brings us to themes and life lessons. A theme is a central recurring idea or message that runs through the entire narrative like a thread through a tapestry. Common themes in autobiographies include perseverance in the face of poverty, the power of education, or the courage to stand up for beliefs. The theme is the so what of the story, the universal truth or life lesson the author wants to share with the reader and the world. It's the reason the story is being told in the first place, offering a connection to the broader human experience. As you read, ask, what is the broader lesson here? If an author describes walking kilometers to school without shoes, the theme isn't just walking. The underlying themes are poverty, determination, and hope. The lesson might be that hardship builds character. Identifying these themes is how we find the heart of the message that matters to all of us. We've reached step 8, evaluating overall effectiveness. This is where you, the reader, become the judge and critic. You look at everything, purpose, accuracy, diction, tone, anecdotes, and ask, was the book successful? Was the story believable and moving? Did it effectively communicate its message? Evaluation is the highest level of literary thinking. It requires you to form a reasoned, evidence-based opinion about the quality and impact of the work. You must be able to justify your judgment with specific evidence from the book. You are an active participant in a literary conversation. This framework allows you to evaluate any autobiography. Did the author's style work? Did it make you feel something? Did you learn something valuable? By asking these questions, you develop your own literary voice and standards of excellence. You move beyond passive consumption to critical thinking. Now it's time for practice. I'll show you a short, powerful paragraph. I want you to apply all 8 steps. Think about purpose, tone, powerful diction, and universal themes. Don't just read the words, analyze the structure. Ready to test your skills? Let's take a look at our final case study. Read this passage carefully. Focus on the sensory details and the emotional core. Think about why the author is sharing this specific memory of struggle and hope. What words stand out to you as particularly powerful or descriptive? What is the author's attitude toward their childhood? Take a moment. Now, identify the author's purpose. What is the emotional tone? What universal theme is expressed? Take a moment to form your complete analysis before we move to our final summary. Look for the nuance in the author's choice of words, especially phrases like could not afford and laughed at me. In this passage, the purpose is clearly to inspire and educate. The tone is resilient and determined. The diction creates a strong emotional connection. The themes are perseverance and the transformative power of education. The anecdote of walking without shoes provides the proof for the author's determination. Overall, the paragraph is highly effective. It uses emotional diction and a credible anecdote to communicate a universal life lesson that resonates with anyone who has faced adversity. This is what we look for in a successful autobiography: the ability to turn personal struggle into shared wisdom. Today, we've transformed from simple readers into analytical investigators. We've learned that analyzing an autobiography means looking for the hidden mechanics, the purpose, the accuracy, the diction, the tone, and the themes. A good reader doesn't just ask what happened, they ask how and why. This critical investigative approach will make you a more perceptive reader and a more powerful, conscious writer. The skills you've developed today in analyzing life stories will serve you far beyond this classroom and this unit. They are tools for understanding the human narrative in all its forms. Remember, always interrogate the text, verify reliability against history, and look for deeper themes beneath the surface events. Uncover the true richness and complexity of the human experience as recorded in literature. You have the tools now. Use them to explore the diverse stories that make up our world. In our next session, we'll apply these analytical skills to the world of visual storytelling in our masterclass storyboarding lesson. We will explore how to translate text into visual beats that resonate with an audience. I look forward to seeing you all there. Happy studying and keep questioning. Excellent work today, everyone. Your commitment to critical thinking is truly impressive. Keep reading, keep questioning, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Goodbye for now. Stay safe, keep learning, and take care of yourselves. See you soon.